So here, on the after the Sonic Ranger Lab, there are position, velocity, and acceleration module. Let's do a velocity example, okay? So here, when you go in, there are 6 kinds of graphs we're going to try to draw out here, okay? And what's nice is you get the highest score, and you also have more than one chance to get this like 100%, okay? So there's 6 of them right here. Let's try this one. It says, draw velocity versus time graph for an object moving away from the origin. The velocity doesn't need to be constant, okay? So the first thing to notice is we have a velocity on the y-axis here as our quantity, and then time is on the x-axis. And think of this like your speedometer. We want to try to, if you want to cheat a little bit, I actually put this up. There's this moving man simulation. Let me clear this out here, okay? And what's nice is when you move this little person here, all 3 graphs are generated, okay? And some people are like, what's the point? I don't get the point of this. This is like a lot of weird math. Well, here's a very practical thing, okay? This weekend, how many of you guys went on a road trip? Some of you guys went on a road trip this past weekend? Woo! And how many of you guys had a little thingy in your car that told you where you are, right? How fast you change where you are, blah, 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 right? Your GPS, yeah? In real life, it's annoying. You never drive at a steady speed. You go forwards, right? And then you slow down, and then you go backwards, and you speed up, and then there's a policeman, and then you speed up. Okay, it's all complicated and crazy there, right? Oh, until you crash into the wall. So here's what's kind of cool, okay? In real life, how can you ever figure out where you are exactly when you're moving? You can't just say distance equals rate times time, because your rate is always changing, okay? Notice the speed changes as you drive along, okay? So by taking the slope of a position time graph, you get the velocity at any point. The slope of a velocity time graph at any point gives you acceleration. So to go down the page, to get more complicated, you take the slope. To go back up, you take the area under the graph, okay? So notice here the area under the acceleration graph is 0 because you're not accelerating. Your speed stays constant. Then you have a negative down here because you have a negative acceleration. So that's your rate of change of your velocity. And then if I take the area under my velocity time graph, I'm going to get my change in position. So if I'm going like 3 meters per second for whatever, 6 seconds, that'd be a change of 18 meters, etc. Okay? So anyway, the point is we can actually figure out how these graphs look like by using the moving man simulation plus what we're doing in class here, okay? So how about this here? We have a velocity time graph for an object moving away from the starting point. So what does that mean? Is your velocity positive or is it negative? Negative means you're going what? Backwards, so we're starting positive. We're just driving away from the starting point, okay? So there's a little graphing tool. You can plot some points here, and if you mess up, you can actually move the points around, so it's kind of nice, okay? And it says the velocity doesn't have to be constant. So let's say you're driving, and then let's say you want to get there faster. So what would you do in real life? You would probably drive what? Faster, right? Okay, and then you could plot that point there, unless I flipped it. You know what? I'm just going to reset this really quick to make this easier here. There we go. There we go. So there we go. Let's plot my first point right here. There we go. And put that at a non-zero value. Then I'm driving along. I'm going to speed up a little bit. So I'll plot it higher up. There we go. Oh, my mouse is acting funny. There we go. That's okay. I'll speed up, and then you could slow down if you want to. Okay? Actually, you know what? Looks like this one only wants me to put 2 points. That's okay. And then you can just hit check, and it'll let you know if you're on track there. Okay? That was a real basic one. That's why it doesn't have me do multiple points. Okay? So anyway, in the end, there are 6 little graphing exercises to try out there to give you a little practice.